Hello, everybody. My name is Dylan Lassise, also known as Captain Lassise from Desert Keek Games here in Green River Rock Springs. And today is release day for Double Masters. So, got this box from Dugout Collectibles here in Rock Springs, Wyoming. Feel free to check them out. I'll be putting their website and Desert Keep's website in the description. And let's go ahead and crack this boy open. I guess the top cards we're going to be looking for is Force Will, Mana Crypt, and Jace the Mind Sculptor. And for saving the rares, we'll be using the Ultimate Guard Katana Clear Sleeves. Hashtag not sponsored. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Really excited for this set. There's a lot of really good rares and mythics that come out of it. And I really hope to see, me personally, the Jace and or the Force of Will. Alright. So we have the box topper. And I'll just leave that back here. And sorry about the lighting. I thought I had an extension cord for my actual light, but I do not, so the flash on the phone is going to have to do for now. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get cracking into this. All right. So our first uncommon is a Riddlesmith, Glorkam Rampager, Basalt Monolith. Then for ours we have Disciple of Bolas and Wrath of God. With our foils being Cathartic Reunion and Clear Shot. So not the greatest start, but hopefully we can get some more good stuff here in the next couple packs. All right. Let's try and then just bring it forward. So our first uncommon is Weapons Trainer, Clone Shell, Valorous Stance. Deep Glow Skate is a very good card, and Worm Coil Engine. I like to see that. Nice Worm Coil Engine. And our two foils are Crypt Swap and Golem Artisan. And I think both of those are good enough cards that they deserve to get sleeved up. And we'll keep the mythics right there. All right, pack 3. All right, first uncommon in this pack is Ravenous Intruder, Power Wild Shaman, Reclamation Sage, and Open the Vaults is our first rare with a good old Lavamancer. There are two foils, are Kozilek's Predator and Woodland Champion. Yeah, there's a lot of hype behind this set. I really enjoy it. Wish, hopefully soon, I might be able to get one of those good old VIP editions, but we'll just have to see. Alright, so for first uncommon in this pack, Sunstone Oracle, Oval Chase Daredevil, Thirst for Knowledge, and our first rare is Heat Shimmer with the Hammer of Nazan as our two rares. Then we have a foil Cloud Reader and Flare Husk. But yeah, hopefully I can get one of those VIP boosters and open one of those up. Those seem like... I've seen some really awesome pulls out of there. So, would not be too bad at all. Alright. First uncommon of the pack, Disciple of the Vault. Crop Rotation. That's really good uncommon. Brimstone Volley. And for our first rare is Twilight Mire. Then Leona Nabunas. With, ooh, a foil Power Plant and Rapacious Dragon. Alright. Expedition Map is a good common. Really sucks that they made that a box topper, but oh well. Alright, so our first uncommon is Darksteel Citadel. Oubliette! The most anticipated uncommon reprint I think I've ever seen. Lightning Greaves, and our first rare is High Market, followed by Vengevine. I'll take that. I enjoy Vengevine. Then our two foils are Divest and Valor and Acroas. That's actually a pretty cool mirror token. Huh. Alright. So second mythic of the box, Vengevine. Pretty good card, but value-wise, not the best. How are you guys enjoying the set so far? Have you gotten any good pulls? Have you gotten some pretty bad pulls? I've seen that there's a couple boxes that are pretty rough. Fatal Push. One of my favorite cards in the game. At least favorite removal spells in the game. Springleaf Drum, Cranial Plating. Then our first rare is Beacon of Unrest with a Master of Ethereum. Then our foils, Skimbrand Goblin and Golden Skim Goblins. All right. For our first uncommon, we have Bloodshot Trainee, Golem Artisan, Glass Dust Hulk, and a Trinisphere. That's a real nice hit there. I enjoy... Trinisphere is a really good card. And then Lux Cannon. Then our two foils are Argivian Restoration and Peace Strider. I'm sort of sad that they upgraded Trinisphere to Mythic, but it's a pretty powerful card, so I can understand why they made that move. I think it'd be a little busted in like maybe draft or something if there were multiple of those running around. Or sealed for that matter. That would be pretty nuts. Alright. So our first uncommon of this pack is Hinder, Selesnya Guildmage, Enlarge, and Dark Depths. That is nice. So we have Dark Depths and a Joyra. And our two foils are Defiant Scavenger and Vindalcan Infuser. Really needed the Dark Depths because I'm planning on building Green Block Depths and Legacy. Even though we don't really have a Legacy group here in Rock Springs or Green River. Whenever the whole situation of the world goes away, start attending more Magic Fest and whatnot. Play more Legacy and have fun in that format. Alright. So, first uncommon Sentinel, the Pearl Trident, is a charm, Yavimai's Embrace, and Mystic Gate with a Champion Lambo behind it. Then our two foils, Strength of Arms and Brimstone Volley. Yeah, you guys let me know how... I guess it's the first day that the set's been out, so might not have drafted it yet, but when you guys do draft it, let me know how it is. Might see if one of the 2 stores here in town are going to do drafts. Might go do that on Saturday. So our first uncommon is Colleen Deus, Buried Ruin, Woodland Champion, and our first rare is a Spellskite with a Grand Architect. And our 2 foils are Bloodbriar and Treasure Keeper. I want to say we're pretty close to maybe halfway through the box. After this pack, we will be halfway through the box. 4 Mythics is not bad. Seen some crazy openings, though, with 6 to 7. So, would like to maybe come close to that. Alright, so our first uncommon of this pack is Hidden Stockpile, Darksteel Citadel, Kodotha Flame Fiend, and an Awakening Zone is our first rare with a Merciless Eviction. And then for our 2 foils, we have Crypt Swap and Whisper of the Wilds. All right. So our first uncommon for this pack is Veteran Explorer, Skull Mulcher, Serasphinx, and our first rare is a Reshape with a Progenitor Mimic, which I'm glad that they downshifted that. That would be a fail bad mythic. And our 2 foils are Full Shot Gauntlets and a Stonehewer Giants. So our first foil rare of the box. Wish it was the other white creature that searched out equipment, but this will have to do. What are you guys hoping to pull out of this set? I know there's a lot of Commander players that are after that Mana Crypt. And thankfully, with this being its 3rd printing, when recent history, probably 5 years or so, it's really helped drop the price down a lot on it. Our first uncommon of the pack is Auriok Salvagers, Unlicensed Integration, Pentat Prism, and our first rare is Aethersworn Canonist and a Mazarick. And our 2 foils are Glassdust Kulk and Alabaster Mage. Really like that they reprinted the Urza lands in this. Don't have to use those white border ones anymore. Alright, so our first uncommon is Bloodshot Trainee, Cogwork Assembler, Dread Return, and Adaptive Automaton is our first rare, with a Sundering Titan as our second. And then for our foils, a second Cathartic Reunion and a Invigorate. So yeah, I'm really excited to open more of this set, or be able to draft it, or I guess probably not play sealed. That would be a pretty expensive limited event. But our first uncommon is Master Splicer, Invigorate, Ash Barrens, good reprint for Commander, and then Shamanic Revelation is our first rare with a Sculpting Steel. And our 2 foils are Surge Node and Salivating Gremlins. With, hey, there we go. Merit Lodge token to go with the Dark Depths. So, that is a nice token to see. Alright. For our first uncommon, we have a nice old Mishra's Bubble and a Manamorphose. That is one crazy pack. Then, Niganata. And then our first mythic of the pack is Dark Confidant with the Bloodsport Thrynax. Then our two foils are Elvish Apparition and Temur Battle Rage. Confidant's not a bad card. It's a card. It doesn't see as much play as it used to, but it is still pretty good in things like Jund. I think humans ran it for a little bit. Don't know if they still are now, but all right. Our first uncommon of this pack is Core Tapper, Treasure Mage, Topple the Statue, and our first rare is a Braids with a Conjurer's Closet. And our two foils are Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot and an Unlicensed Disintegration. Believe those were both first in Kaladesh, if I'm not wrong. Definitely the Kaladesh block, but some good foils. Have 6 packs left. Hopefully we can hit another good mythic, as in Jace or Force of Will, in my opinion. Otherwise, a couple more high dollar rares would be nice. So Kha'Zix. Alright, so for our first uncommon in this pack, Throne of Geth, Esperzoa, Mirsmith, and a Goblin Guide. And an Austere Command. That is a pretty decent pack, if I had to say so. Both very good cards. One a good commander card and one a good modern card. And then our two foils are Scarstag High Priest and Silumgar Scavenger. Our second foil rare of the box. It's a good card in things like Commander and probably Limited. In Constructed, though, it's not really that amazing. Overall, this box hasn't seemed too bad. The Dark Depths of Trinisphere and the Worm Coil are pretty good. Vengevine isn't too bad, and Confidant is not bad either. First uncommon of this pack is Mishra's Factory, Dismantle, Path to Exile, good card. That is a good hit. And then our first rare is Court of Calling and a Cyclonic Rift. I will take that. And our two foils are Corridor Monitor and Acor Wellspring. I actually think Cyclonic Rift is good enough in its own right to get a sleeve on it. Very good commander card. It's pretty much a staple in any blue commander deck. You can't run blue if you don't have the Rift. Alright. So again, with the Mishra's Bauble, Jorah's Familiar, Trash for Treasures, and a Karthus Tyrant of Jund, and a Tempered Steel. Then our two foils are Fairy Mechanist and Urza's Mine. Karthus is okay. At this point, I don't think it's necessarily a mythic, but take it. 3 packs left, almost done with the box, and almost ready for that good old box topper. Can't we get lucky and hit a Force or a Jace? Or at this point, I'd be happy with the Stoneforge. Alright. So our first uncommon is a Pongify, Treasure Keeper, Rush of Knowledge, and a Graven Cairns with a Sword of Fire and Ice. That is awesome. I will take that. 7 mythics in this box, and our 2 foils are Fairy Mechanist and Eager Construct. All right. Second to last pack. Divest. Believe it was common out of Dominaria. All right, for our first uncommon, we have Treasure Mage, Welding Jar, Morcrypt Banshee, and an Engineered Explosives with a Reese the Undeemed. If Engineered hadn't been reprinted several times, then I could see it being a couple more dollars, but right now I think it's like $3 or $4. Then our 2 foils are Cast Down and Mishra's Factory, with a good old Worm token to go with that Worm Coil Engine. Last pack. Let's see another mythic, preferably Jacer Force of Will. But I will not be picky at this point. So, first uncommon is a Manamorphose, Thopter Engineer, another Oubliette, and Stonehewer Giant is our first rare, with a Blightsteel Colossus. That is awesome. And then our 2 foils are Angel of Dawn and Twisted Abomination. And we got the second Worm token. So that makes 8 mythics in this box. 1 out of every 3 packs. Blightsteel Colossus, Sword of Fire and Ice, Karthus, Dark Confidant, Dark Depths, Trinisphere, Vengevine, and Worm Coil Engine. Now, for probably the most exciting part of this box is the box topper. So the big hits out of this, again, Force of Will, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mana Crypt. Any of the swords other than like War and Peace are pretty good. Really just hoping to not get Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage is a joke at the moment at only, I believe, $8. All right. So, of course. And a Worm Coil Engine. That's pretty nice. So those are our 2 box toppers. The Meddling Mage makes me want to cry. And then Worm Coil Engine. Alrighty, that is going to do it for this video. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you like the content that you have seen today. Hopefully Saturday or Sunday we'll try to have another box to unbox for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Peace.